should see how I'm using it though, but we'll talk about that later. Let's go live. Oh, we are live. Hello, everyone. We have 5 people here. Hey, guys. Yay. Say hi in the chat. Let us know who's here. Yeah, I was going to say sorry we're late, but, it happens sometimes. So checking the chat. Hey, Kim and Melissa are here. Thanks, guys. All right, well, today we're going to talk about the Mini Mighty Reading Club. I was really worried coming on live that I wouldn't be able to say that live because am I the only one that gets tongue twisted on saying that one?
No.
I do too.
Mini Mighty Reading Club. Anyway, so we wanted to talk a little bit about what that is and maybe what it looks like. It's kind of a new program from VIPKid, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So as far as Kim, her daughter took a trial lesson. Melissa has started teaching for the Mighty Reading Club, Mini Mighty Reading Club. I knew it was going to trip me up. We're going to call it MMRC, right? Melissa's at the...
We can call it MMRC.
Okay.
Is that easier though? I don't know. I
have no idea. Whatever comes out, I guess. And I was asked to be an affiliate for it. So we've got a little bit of information for you. And we'll just see how it goes today. So thank you, ladies, for coming. You want to introduce yourselves?
Hi. I feel like everyone knows me, but I'm Melissa. I have 2 Facebook groups. I'm in on 2 Facebook groups, so you could join on either one of those, VIPKid Friends or Peace Love VIPKid, or both of them. Join the party at both of them. And then I also teach for several companies, including VIPKid, and I coach for VIPKid. And then most recently, like 2 weeks ago, started working for the Mini Mighty Reading Club. So.
And have you taught a class yet?
I have. I taught all of my classes for last week. Last week was the first week of the spring season. So I taught all of my classes for the first week.
Excellent. And Kim, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Kim. I teach with VIPKid, I tutor group, Outschool, and varsity tutors weekly, and then I also am hired on at like Go Kid and Cambly and other places too, but I don't teach for them as much. I admin an Outschool Facebook group, the free and discounted classes. If anybody needs to or wants to join that, you're welcome. If you're a teacher or a parent or just interested, join. Otherwise, I'm just around. I mean, my daughter's 5, so I put her in to try the trial lesson just to see how it would go. And honestly, if I could have afforded it, I would have gone with the program. It's great. So
right.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, we talked about that last night. And it's not like an astronomical price compared to some of these courses out there that we've seen. We thought it was a pretty decent price.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it's $100 for the parents. Well, at least, okay. So based on the VIPKid emails to the parents. So I don't know if this is the price for everyone or if it's just for VIPKid teachers, because I think they're often a little bit less for them, but it was $150 for 10 weeks of classes. So I thought that was really reasonable. I mean, like I said, if I had the money to put down at once, I would have done it. Right. It's just coming up with it at that moment wasn't feasible for me. But yeah, it was definitely really reasonable priced. The teachers are all, as far as I know, they're all VIPKid teachers. They're all excellent teachers who have experience teaching. They're all, they've all been vetted. They've all had their background checks and all that. Yeah. So it's a good program, and we enjoyed the trial. There was a few things I didn't like about the trial, but I think that was more nervousness on the teacher's part than it was the program. So I don't hold that against the teacher, and I wouldn't hold it against the program either. I've been on both sides, so I understand. So I completely understood.
Right. But otherwise, so is it once a week, twice a week?
Yeah, once a week. So the classes are once a week, but it's not just the classes. I mean, it's very similar to like what we offer our students at VIPKid, in that there's, they come to class, but then there's a lot of material offered outside of class as well. They offer activities that are, they call them no tech or low tech activities for parents who don't necessarily want their kids in front of the computer or iPad. And then they have, the activities that are sort of online as well. And they send workbooks and they send reading lists, and they go along with like what we're teaching them. So they're paying for the lessons, and of course what we do is a big part of it, but also, they get more to do. So like if they sign up for a Monday class, they've got stuff to do until the next Monday.
I do need to apologize to VIPKid because I was like, why didn't they ask me to do it? I'm a teacher, a kindergarten teacher. And then it was in the weekly updates. And in fact, Kelly has told us about it. It was in there for us. We can apply as teachers. So,
Yeah.
Oops. I was like, why didn't I hear about it? I mean, I heard about the program, but I didn't hear how they were selecting teachers. Totally my bad.
It was a little confusing, because like when it started, it was a pilot program. So they email teachers, it like for the, I guess, like the first pilot sort of beta program of it.
Right.
And then, they ran the first season. And then it, went well, and they thought, hey, we're going to do this in the spring, and they opened it up to all the teachers. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of teachers didn't catch that,
Right.
like you could go and apply. So,
yeah. So is there like it's already made for you lesson plan, or are you making the lesson plans, Melissa?
They are made for us. So they are like Google slideshows, almost, that we share in Zoom and teach from.
Cool. The stories look cute.
They are cute, and it's groups of children, which makes it fun. Just the interaction you get between they're preschool kids, right? They're pre-K, they're 5,
Right.
they're 6, and so they interact with each other and with the teacher, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. As an affiliate, this is not something that's going on right now. The classes are going on, but the enrollment's finished. But they sent me, so they sent me a link. If anybody wants to see it, I will put in the description box. I'll write myself a note. They sent me a link, and it's like a 2-minute demo of a teacher teaching a class and what it looks like and things. So, Kim, did you notice anything that your daughter really liked about it?
She liked all of it. Honestly, she really was engaged the whole time. Even the parts where I thought she wouldn't have been as engaged because the teacher was kind of talking to the parents, she still was focused and paying attention. She liked trying to read the words. Now she's a stubborn person, so she is not reading where she should be at her age.
Okay.
And so the teacher adapted to and saw that she had those needs, adapted to it, and was able to, encourage her and still get her to read and repeat after her. So I like the teacher's adaptations of the trial. Like I said, the only part I didn't really enjoy was when they kept trying to explain why they were doing stuff. But I think it might have been a little nervousness on her part, or maybe that's what they're supposed to do. I'm not sure. I just felt like I'd rather you teach it than explain to me why you're teaching it this way.
Yeah, maybe that's for the trials, right? Because you wouldn't do that in the class, right, Melissa?
So we definitely don't do that in the class. There's a time at the end, like after we say goodbye, if the parents have a question, then they ask, like in the first class, I got a lot of, when are we going to get that worksheet, and I'd be like, it's coming when I send your feedback. But other than that, I didn't really, I don't know. I mean, so I didn't do your trial, and actually I haven't done a trial at all. So, but for the regular classes, we don't do that. So.
Yeah. So how many students did you say they can be in the class?
So I think it's up to 6. I don't, I have like a class of 3, a class of 4, a class of 5. But I think that you can have up to 6. But I just don't have that in my classes, but I like it. For me in Zoom, I can share the screen and see 5 kids at a time. So I like it because I can see them all at one time, and I like the interaction. I will say, one thing I was worried about maybe a little bit was that I knew I was going to be teaching a lot of VIPKid teachers children.
Yeah.
And like on one hand, I'm like, oh yay, that's gonna be fun. But then on the other hand, you're like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna be like, but they're not. They haven't. I got the sweetest feedback from them, and I don't even know what I was nervous about now, because like now that the first week is over, I'm like, well, these, if anybody's gonna understand,
Yeah.
you know, what it's like on our side. It's going to be a VIP kid teacher.
Right.
So
Okay.
I actually like that. And it was so cute because quite a few of the kids like were like dino, and they got their mom's dino and like held it up. And I would say 50% of my kids were sitting in like a classroom, you know. So it's like, yeah, you know, but it was
that's
fun.
funny.
I
That's
think
true. I
that's
didn't
what-
think about that.
Yeah, I think that's what threw the teacher off, is because as soon as she had opened her camera, Keena saw Dino in her background. I was like, Dino, and talking about Dino. And Keena's very articulate. Even though she doesn't read, she's very articulate for 5. And she's like, my mom has Dino, and blah, 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 and kept going on. I think it just threw the teacher off. So I didn't hold it against her at all, because I think it really, and it's new. It's very new for them as well as it is for us.
Yeah.
So again, I have nothing against the teacher. I have nothing against the program.
Yeah.
I really, like I said, if I could have afforded it at the time, I probably would have put Keena in it, because I need something to convince that child to read.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, you know, what drew me to it. We're teaching phonics. Yeah, we're helping them learn how to read, but we're also making it fun, right? We're acting like oats, and we're acting like a frog, and we're searching around like a shark, you know. And so they're active, they're engaged, and that's what I love about teaching reading. You know, when I started homeschooling and I was able to teach my youngest how to read, like I am never going to forget that I taught him how to read, you know, like I was his only teacher, and I saw that light bulb go off, and I sort of grew you know, this is fun. Let's read a silly book. Let's read a book on something you're interested in. And so I like that part of the program, that they're making it a little silly. They're making it engaging so that the children learn to have a love of reading, not just a love of computer class. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you're talking about not holding it against the teacher. I was in a workshop and they used one of my videos. And people were commenting, shouldn't that teacher have had them say the full sentence? And, you know, and I was in there like,
but leaving now.
Yeah. But then like 2 minutes later, they're like, wow, this teacher has patience. And then I get a message from the mentor saying, do you know how many people say you have patience?
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
the boy has special needs. So yeah, I didn't ask him to say a full sentence, but when you see it later on, but it was just really weird sitting there and having everybody like, that teacher didn't ask for a full sentence. And I just want to be like, but
but that was really good for him. Like progress is progress, right?
Yes. Yeah. And it was a Starlight level 0, friends.
Oh yeah.
A 0. I got I'm getting letters out of him.
Well, like I said, it was something I was nervous about, but then I realized I really, you know, now I'm not. So
I would be too. You know me though. I would be nervous too. Super fun. So what's your favorite part about teaching it besides the light bulb going off? Like, I think I read that you have the story, but you have certain things you're teaching, right?
Right. So we teach, you know, phonics, sight words, depending on what level they're in. So they all take a test, you know, so we have a Lexile level, and they're placed in their level, and they try their best to place them in groups that are along the same level. And so then we're teaching them phonics blends and compound words, some vocabulary, like sight words, that go along with it. And then we read the story. But we're teaching them, after that, we're teaching them something about this story. Like one of my older groups, we talked about setting, you know, like the setting is the place that the story happens. And so we kind of expanded on that. And then what else did we do? Oh, like one of the levels, it was sequencing. What did they do first? What did they do second? So like we read the story, but then we're applying some kind of reading strategy after that as well.
Yeah. I keep looking at you across the screen. I should probably be looking at the camera, but I just realized she's placed on the right-hand side of my screen. So awesome. All right. What else do we need to know about the Mini Mighty Reading Club? I think
so it's open to anybody. I know we did say that, but I just want to say it again. Like it's not just open to VIPKid teachers and their kids. Anybody can do it. Sign their kids up to do it, I guess. And so they do it by season. So there's like, they have like a trial season and then they enroll, and you probably know more about that. And then they, we teach through that season and then they open the enrollment up again. So I would tell people to start looking about May for trials and, enrollment to open up for summer classes.
And I guess what I wanted to mention was VIPKid is known for students in China, right? This is a program for the US or for anyone that can take it at these times, or?
Yes, it is.
I just thought about
anyone that can take it at this time, in these times. Yeah. I think, it's mostly American students, but I don't think, like if they find it and they can take class at the time that it's offered. I do, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when the classes are offered.
Oh, okay. And there is a Facebook group for parents.
Mm-hmm.
It is, let's see, do you remember what it's called, Melissa? I have it right here if we don't.
I just thought it was Mini Mighty Reading Club.
I think it is. I think it's the Mini Mighty Reading Club. I can't say it. Yeah, so there's that support for parents as well. And there is support on VIPKid or from VIPKid. So I can put a link below for that too. So that's awesome. Really,
there's a lot of support, and I like that about it. They even as teachers, learning about it as we're going on, there's a person in charge of like customer support, customer happiness, making sure because sometimes it's hard, right, to make sure you're in the right Zoom meeting, make sure everything is working sound and audio wise. So there's some help there. And then of course, all the things they offer sort of outside of the course until the next week. And then, any kind of level changes, or it just seemed to me like, I'm not a parent, I'm a teacher, but it seems to me as a parent, there's somewhere to go. Even if you have a question that you think is so menial, like somebody is there to answer and help you with it.
Yeah. Rebecca said, hi, having someone critique you is hard. She said, I missed it. What should the kids know before enrolling? Like letter names and sounds?
So, there is a level 1 where it's, level 1, lesson 1 is like just entering. They'll take a test. They will give them a Lexile test to place them. They definitely prefer that. And then there's also like a questionnaire they send you. So that like a parent could say, we know no letters, or we know letters, but we can't blend words, or whatever they feel like their student is. And they take all of that into account.
Man, I wish I had my Lexile kit here. We use the DRA, and I enjoyed that in kindergarten. So, awesome.
But age, I think it's 4. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that the age is 4 is the youngest.
Awesome. I think that's all I have in my notes. Thanks, guys. Do you have anything else to add? No. So we're just here bringing this. We've had some questions in the collaboration group about it before. So I was like, all right, maybe we can chat a little bit about it. But we all want you to know we're new at this. If you have more questions, put them in the chat. We will. I'll even ask VIPKid for you if we need to, or we'll find out the answers for you. But that's it. Just
and when I find out about I guess I could, in the collaboration group, when I find out about trials and enrollment dates, but you'll find out too, because you're an affiliate, but maybe we can sort of keep it up.
I didn't do anything with it. I just figured we all were. I didn't.
No, you have to sign up to be an affiliate.
I think you had to send in a form.
Yeah, I did that. But then I was like, I don't want people to think I'm selling them something, but really I should have just did this on here and just put the link below. So probably that's what's going to happen next time it comes around again. We'll just, we'll just know more about it next time.
we will. But it's exciting that, they're growing this way. I love to see VIPKid growing and expanding this way. We've always, I've been here a while, right? And we always hear that we're going to expand, we're going to do new programs in new countries. And this is part of it. I also feel like that the Journeys classes, even though, those are not American students, it's still something different. And the group classes, the pre-K group classes that have just started,
those are fun.
All of this, I feel like is great for us as teachers
Yeah.
to have sort of more areas you can expand to, and then also great for the company. Yeah.
Yeah. I think in a couple weeks, maybe we need to do the group one. So maybe,
Yeah.
maybe Kim can come back and talk about that.
I've done lots of the pre-K group.
So
ones.
I don't
Well, I've
do
done lots of
those.
trials.
I keep thinking about it, it's there, and then like the pop-up comes that I need to go sign my contract, and I'm like, and I go click on it, and it's not my real contract, it's that contract. And so I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to do that. So I want to hear about it. And I used to think I don't want to do it because it's group of like it's a group. It's not just one preschooler. And then I taught my reading club, and I'm like, well, this is like
kind of nice.
This is the same thing, and like when you teach on Out School, it's, a group of kids. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I need someone to convince me to do those.
All right. So next week is going to be a straight to the point. And then maybe the week after, Kim can try to convince Melissa why she needs. So Melissa, you need to come back with some questions ready to go.
Okay. All right.
I've done probably 20-ish, 25 trials. I have to count in the last like 2-3 weeks. And then I've done one class. So I haven't done as many classes.
Right. And Mindy's been teaching, right? I think I've heard both you
Mindy is
and
doing
Mindy.
the trials, I know. And I don't know if I think she's done at least one class or so too.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah.
So we'll find out some information. And, guys, if you have any topic suggestions for us, put them in the chat below or put them in our Facebook group, VIPKid Collaboration Station Unofficial. We like new ideas, and we love finding things out and seeing what everybody wants to hear. If you want to be on here with us, if for example, you're a Journey teacher, I don't know anything about it, but I'll ask some questions.
Yeah.
So come on. We'd love to have you. So thanks, Kim. Thanks, Melissa.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And everybody in the chat, Alexis, Rebecca, thanks for coming. We'll see everybody next week. Goodbye.